Hey everyone, it's time for Twitter Scope today, and it's a little different today. Hey, welcome everyone. Sorry, Twitter Scope is late today, but if you're catching this on the replay, welcome. Wanted to just say welcome. This is actually Twitter Scope, my daily 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time scope. Hey, welcome, Dan Davis. We're on episode 81, and today is my Follow Friday edition. Well, it's a special occasion today because I'm actually broadcasting from King High. Remembers, Martin Luther King High School in Riverside, California. My name is Dawn E. Carter. I'm at decart on the socials. Good morning. And today is actually something my daughter, who's a senior, is participating in. And it's called King High Remembers. We're here in Riverside, California. If you would want to share this out, it is really a beautiful, beautiful morning. This is the 16th year that King High is doing this. And it was started 16 years ago by a teacher. I think his name was Paul Corona, and the whole purpose of this was to connect veterans with juniors, students. So there's about 400 veterans and about 800 students all over the campus interviewing veterans, getting firsthand history from the mouths of veterans and honoring them. So I just thought, I was going to be here anyway, so I had to do my Twitter scope. So I'm going to give a special Follow Friday to two accounts that I would love to have you guys go follow because of King High Remembers. They do a lot of work with veteran advocacy. So number one is Reveille Joe. His real name's Matthew, but I met him on Blab, and he does phenomenal things with working, I want to say hashtag 22 Too Many, which is 22 Too Many is kind of the grassroots organization that combats the statistic comes of 22 suicides are committed every day because of PTSD vets who take their lives. And so these are folks who are pushing back that, fighting that war at home. And then Brian C. Fleming is a friend of mine who I met through the mentoring project, and he does phenomenal work with empowering people to become unstuck. Is a combat wounded veteran himself, was known as the blown up guy. So if you search YouTube, you'll actually see his videos. So those are my two Follow Friday shout outs for Twitter Scope today. Every single day, I'm here giving daily Twitter tips, and we are pushing back that veil of ignorance that surrounds Twitter. And all of the past episodes can be found at catch.me/decart. And I just happened to be here this morning because my daughter was involved in this, and I thought I would go ahead and do Twitter Scope from here. So again, this is King High Remembers, and we are in Riverside, California. Just an absolute beautiful morning where over 400 veterans are being interviewed by local teams of high school juniors. It's just amazing. One of the things that my daughter she was able to interview a woman she's the widow of someone who served in the armed forces, and she said that this woman's husband was the radio operator that was communicating with the plane that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. So, these are World War II, this is hearing a perspective of war that you aren't going to hear except for the oral history of people who were there. So walking by the tables, it was just phenomenal. So anyway, just thought I would throw that in. It has nothing to do with Twitter, but I was here. It was just beautiful, very historical. And I'm telling you, it was for the veterans. You'll go down to the tables, and if you follow me on Snapchat, I'm at decart, ATDECART, on Snapchat. And so I'm snapping the whole story today. But just walking by the tables, you see some of the veterans carrying photo albums or newspaper clippings. I saw one gentleman who had his boots, and then there's another gentleman who was obviously a submariner, and he had model submarines. So anyway, it's just a beautiful, beautiful morning, and it's extended beyond just King High School. I heard Corona High School does it as well. There are also visiting students. I just met a gal who was a senior from Arlington High School. So other kids are getting to hear and be a part of this. So just wanted to that's something to cherish. I love history. Yeah, it is absolute, and it's a privilege. It really is a privilege. It's a privilege for the kids, but it's also a privilege for the veterans to have their stories heard, the parts that they want and are able to talk about. But it's just, anyway, made me proud of my town and proud of my local high school where my daughter goes. So just wanted to let you know that that's what Twitterscope was about today. That, again, was my Follow Friday. And these are two people I would love for you guys to follow. Tell them Decart sent you. They are doing excellent, excellent work to relieve and relieve the suffering and empower folks who come back. And anyway, I love it. I want to highlight the things that are good because there's so much crap going on in the world. So when you see stuff like this that's going on, you gotta highlight it. So again, I'm Decart. I'm here every single weekday at 10 o'clock. Twitterscope, hashtag Twitterscope is my hashtag if you have questions about Twitter. And we are trying to make Twitter suck less. So I will see you guys later. And thanks for catching me on the replay. And I will see you on the socials. Bye-bye.